Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another Unsolved Mysteries reading. If you haven't seen any of my last ones, I'll put a link to up here. I do all of the episodes. This one is Volume 4, Episode 4, Murder Center Stage. This is the murder of Sigrid Stevenson in 1977. So she was murdered on a college campus playing piano. And so I haven't seen the episode, you should, but essentially she was found assaulted and brutally murdered with a piano covering over her. They thought it was a guy that she had a thing with named Chuck, but DNA ruled him out and then he died. And they thought it was a police officer, but they passed the polygraph, so they don't really know who did it. There's some other suspects, but we'll get into that when I do the reading. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I think happened or who I think was involved or any information I can get. My intention here is to help. So remember, these readings are all alleged for neighbors only, and let's get started. If you guys like these, please join the YouTube members. It's linked down below. There's a $5, $10, and $15 tier. You get access to exclusive readings on a lot of topics that are not on the main channel. And you get access to pick-a cards that are not on the main channel, and you can win a reading from me, okay? So you don't want to miss out. There's so much exclusive content. Seriously, I uploaded I want to say this month alone, I think I've uploaded like 10 extra videos. It's been insane. So go check it out. All right. All right, so Sigrid... Who did it? Oh, shoot. And why? What? Huh? Elaborate on who? Someone she turned down and wasn't interested in. Someone that is untrustworthy. Were they alone? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I see right off the bat. This is kind of not what I was expecting at all. So Sigrid showed up as the Page of Wands. Side note, this... Oh, did you see that? Why is the background doing that? That's really weird. Anyways, this card always makes me think of Taylor Swift. I don't know why. It just looks like a sexy Taylor Swift. I don't know. Anyways, Page of Wands is about speaking your truth. It's also about expressing yourself, being super talented. That makes sense. She was a really talented pianist. But the Page of Wands is about saying something. So someone's afraid of her saying something. The Ace of Cups is representing who did it, which is about love, a loving bond. So someone that she knew. Has to be someone that she knew. Now, I know a lot of people are going to immediately go like, oh my God, it's Chuck. Like the DNA that they got must have been somebody else and just a coincidence because she was sleeping, in a place with a bunch of other people's DNAs. Maybe. But here's where things get weird. When I look for the why, it's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a very beautiful woman. That's like the apple to your eye. Think of the Queen of Wands like a bad bitch, right? So that's like someone that like in your mind's eye is like the apple to your eye. Like she's like my rose. Why would her boyfriend be idolizing her, especially if he was toxic? That's where things get a little confusing for me because the Ace of Cups looks to be like a one-way love in this instance, an obsession, an infatuation. The Lover's card is reversed, which when I asked for clarification on who did it, Lover's card reversed usually indicates that it's not someone that you are intimate with or have been intimate with before. High Priestess is no trust between the two of us. That's like a lack of healing, right? So to me, with a High Priestess reversed, someone who has an issue, like some sort of illness. And then the Empress is upright. Empress is more powerful than me. Empress is in a power position. Empress has something that I wish I had. Empress is seen as someone that, it has access to things I don't have access to. So someone who feels inferior, perhaps they're lesser than, or lesser than is not the word. I mean, that's the energy to describe it. That's not what I mean. It's more like maybe they don't have as much as she had, or maybe they were poorer or something of that nature. But there is some sort of they're looking up. Essentially, I see someone looking up at her and being starry-eyed. So this is someone who maybe didn't have the best things in life. The Seven of Pentacles is reversed, which is about, again, out of our comfort zone. So to me, this seems like a one-off thing. The Chariot is about running away. And then the Two of Cups is a connection between two people. So Two of Cups to me indicates someone that she did know. But I do think that there's multiple people involved. So these two had to be friends. So Eight of Pentacles, lack of effort, Five of Wands, avoidance, Ace of Pentacles. I don't have anything like money loss. There's definitely someone here who seems to be poorer. It's almost as if someone looked at her and was like, what are you doing with these people? You should be with us. There's almost like an infatuation, but also a jealousy in her that she was able to get out of like poverty almost like. It's like weird. It's like someone sees themselves in her, is obsessed with her, but also is jealous of her. This is someone I feel like she declined advances from. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Wands. That is a phallic card. It's like the birth of something new, a phallic image. Page of Swords is reversed, and Eight of Wands. I'm going to take my opportunity. I definitely think she was assaulted by someone who wanted her, but wasn't able to get her. But what's weird here is I see multiple people involved. Oh my God. I got the chills. Six of Wands, Devil card reverse, Judgment. I see somebody putting that piano tarp on her in sympathy. Ooh. Okay, I could be completely wrong, and these could be metaphors. But I think someone found her and put the tarp, the piano tarp, over her in sympathy. I don't think that piano tarp was on her in the beginning. It's almost like they found her and put that tarp on her, because I see someone kneeling down crying in front of her, and then I see the tarp being thrown over her, and there's someone here that's pitying her. Now, this could actually be the same person that did it, and then they had like a breakdown. I'm not exactly sure, but what I am seeing is someone go in and a different person come out, which is my symbol for there being two different people that were involved. I see someone doing something, regretting it, her literally running away to tell someone. So I see someone assaulting her because she turned them down. I see her running to tell someone. Okay. I see them, I guess, attacking her, her dying, them not realizing that they were enraged and killed her, them trying to fix it. And then I see someone else come in, but there might be three, because I see someone else come in, but I see them call someone for help as well. So they call someone to help, but then there's another person kneeling down, putting the tarp over. So I'm wondering if there's three people involved, or I can't tell if the person who has sympathy is the same as the other two people. So the person who's has sympathy in putting the tarp over her, I don't know if that's one of the other two people, if that's a third person. It feels like it could be a third person, but it's hard for me to tell, because if it is the same person, this person has completely different energy. So it's almost like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, where there's two people in there type of things. But I can tell you that there are at least two people, because one person does something and then asks the other for help to kind of clean up the situation and help get rid of all the evidence. And the person who did do this does feel inferior. They feel poor, inferior, infatuated, slightly jealous, obsessive, was turned down for sure by her. I don't know who it is though. I'm like, was Chuck? Am I getting the energy mixed up, and did Chuck find out about this and then get jealous and then get involved? Or Is it backwards? Because it's so confusing. I just see two people. Like, someone's jealous. Okay, someone's jealous. Another person is infatuated with her. I can't tell. Queen of Pentacles versus King of Swords, Hangman, Sacrifice. There's two people here. There's two people here at the same time. So what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is like if two people wanted to attack me at the same time. I need to repull because I need clarification on something. I want to look at Chuck specifically. This is probably one of the most difficult readings I've ever done because I am really, really confused. Without like more information and more specifics, it's going to be really difficult for me to pinpoint the direction in which this is coming because there are 3 separate energies here and at least 2 people involved on top of Sigrid. So I want to look at Chuck's energy. So he was paranoid that she was doing something with somebody else. That I can tell you. Chuck was paranoid that she cheated on him. That's why I'm confused because I'm like, did he attack her because he found her with someone else or thought she was with someone else? But I also feel like, I don't know if I agree that she was with someone else. I feel like someone else was obsessed with her. Do you see what I mean? It's like someone else was obsessed with her. Okay. Someone's obsessed with her. And then I see her boyfriend, or I guess Chuck, whatever his name is, whatever he was to her, I see him getting jealous. But I think the person that's obsessed with her is not a good person. Because I feel them having ulterior motives. So I can't figure out if... What I can tell you is I believe that the assault was done from someone that was obsessed with her, that she declined advances towards. That I can tell you. And I don't know if the assault and the murder were done by the same people. I'm not sure. Because it's almost like someone else comes in and tries to remedy the situation. See, I can't figure it out. I can't figure out if it's like, oh, basically being like, oh, you're a whore, and then getting jealous and killing her. Or if it's the same person and who like did that also murdered her because she was going to tell, and then they call the other person in to help them. And then I see another energy come in and put the tarp over her to kind of like clean up the space. I'm not going to be able to pinpoint which direction it is. Damn it. I feel like I failed on this reading because I can't figure it out. Justice is upright. Magician's upright. 5 of Swords. So I can tell you what. I can tell you this. There is a piece of evidence that they missed. Justice, Magician. So someone definitely saw something that night. Someone saw someone in a place that they shouldn't have been in. 5 of Swords. There's an issue with the details. There's an issue with your alibi. Someone's alibi was full of shit, was bullshit. Or someone was seen somewhere and they didn't think anything of it, but it's important. Someone was physically seen in a place that they should not have been, or said they were in a place that they were not in. That I can tell you. It is in the records. The Justice card's upright, the Magician. It is in the records. I will also say that it feels like this person was friends, extremely close to someone else of interest. Emperor is upright, Hierophant, and Two of Swords. These were buddies. I don't know if they were both like campus police. I don't know if it was like campus police and maintenance guy. I don't know. But I can tell you that what it feels like to me is that these people had something in common before. Like, it's almost like they were both Christian and went to church together, or they both, you know, had a marriage that they were frustrated with. There's something in common. And these two are a little bit of an unlikely pairing, which is why I'm like not super gung-ho about them being both police officers. It would be more like, if there was a police officer involved, it would be more like a police officer and like the janitor. You know what I mean? Like, there's a discrepancy between them. One of them is powerful and one of them isn't. But these two are buddies. I think they have been seen as like doing things together, having beers together. These two are friends. Yep, there's a power discrepancy. The Five of Pentacles, there's a power dynamic. One of them is much more influential than the other. These two are very important to the case and are the key to this case and solving this case. Seven of Swords is like a failure. Knight of Swords, Five of Pentacles. I think these two working in tandem were able to put red herrings out and were able to frame things in a way in which it would blame other people. That I can tell you, because Seven of Swords is the failure with the Knight of Swords, which means this person showcases as a good person, but they are not. And the Five of Pentacles, they abuse their power, which is why I believe that whoever this person is friends with a police officer. This to me feels like there's someone allegedly, or at least someone who had access to police officer things, or is like a police officer. It could be even higher. It could be someone above that. Maybe it's like a president of a college. I don't fucking know. But anyways, regardless, whoever it is, this person had power and influence. And so for me, that night, I can tell you that there are two things that I can tell you. Whoever assaulted her, to me, feels like someone that was obsessed with her, was poorer. I guess maybe not poorer, because that could be the other person involved. I will just say this. Whoever assaulted her was obsessed with her, and she denied their advances multiple times. Whoever came in and helped clean the scene does to me feel like someone with power. These two are buddies. Whether or not she was killed by the same person that assaulted her, I cannot figure out. I will also say that there is some form of jealousy involved with where she was at in life and what she was able to accomplish from one of these men involved. It's almost like you're a traitor. There's a feeling of like you're a traitor. That's why I'm like, I can't figure out what this like traitor jealousy part of this was. There's some sort of traitor jealousy projection, okay? Which is where I'm confused, and why I'm confused if it's Chuck's involved or if it's someone else. If you want my gut instinct, the only way I see Chuck being involved, if it was Chuck, the only way I see him being involved is him finding her handcuffed there. She was assaulted by somebody else, and then he, in a rage, killed her. Other than that, if that's not how it went, I don't think he was involved. And if that's the case, then whoever was helping cover this up was not expecting a murder scene and was expecting just to cover up an assault. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. Now, again, this is really hard and confusing because there's a lot of parts involved and I'm really overwhelmed, and this is a lot harder to read than I thought it was going to be. I'm open to being wrong because, like I said, these energies are overlapping. I think she saw multiple people that night. Like, I don't think it was just one person. Like, I'm telling you, I see her in a corner and I see her looking around and there are like 3 people with knives. That to me means that multiple people were after her that night. It wasn't just one person that had a bone to pick with her. So it's like, it's difficult because there are multiple things happening at once. It's like the perfect storm. And so when there are multiple people that are trying to get you, it muddies up the story for me. There's like 3 storylines going at once. And then I also still see someone like pitifully putting the piano tarp on her and feeling sorry for her. I wonder if like, it's like if a janitor got like the other cleaner to do his bidding as well and was like, go put that, like, you know, go clean up. Or maybe they don't even know that this person showed up and they just put the tarp over because they felt bad. And they don't even know that they did that. I don't know. Oh my God, I feel like I failed this reading. I'm sorry if I failed this reading, you guys. I'm sorry if this was no help, but I do think there's evidence that is overlooked. That I am sure of. One more pull. Yeah, it's that from earlier. Yeah, I think whoever killed her, I don't even know if they really were in their right frame of mind. 6 of Wands is an egotistical maniac. So that would be like, to me, that's like if someone was high on coke, right? And they think they're a god. So I do think there were substances involved with this person. Either that or mental. Yeah. And they were obsessed with her. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know if this is even that great of a video, but hopefully you guys found this interesting. Join the YouTube members. It's linked down below. Good luck. I feel like I failed, but I tried my best, you guys. This one was hard.